And we're good. We're recording.
Okay. You can. Did you guys ever get a chance to go into our business group?
I did. Is that the one that is the Rock This Biz?
Rock Your Biz.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull
dot together. Yeah.
Yes, together.
Okay.
I'm gonna pull that up again while we're talking, and so you can walk me through. I was trying to remember what we had mentioned with right there, with why we were looking at part of that.
Okay.
Turn off and the chat tabs are all open. I'm trying to figure out how to.
If you type in, if you search in the group for spOIL, like spoil yourself, spOIL.
Okay. Perfect.
You'll see. You'll see the link. I tagged you in the Dropbox for the spOIL yourself folder. I just want to be sure you can get into that.
Okay, I'm writing all this down too, so don't forget. Dropbox folder. Create a Dropbox folder has all the spOIL yourself. So I just click that, right? And I'm going to open a new tab. Okay, it has pictures popping up, wild orange, spOIL yourself 3, enrollment kits, balanced drawing, deep blue drawing, all the way down, diffuser blends. It looks like I want to say 60, maybe 50 images. That sound right? Did I lose you?
I don't know. I haven't looked at it.
You haven't looked at it.
That sounds about right. Because we did one actually like a month ago, and this is actually the one where we switched it. Let me double check to 3 days.
Okay.
Okay.
It's just open.
Oh yeah, that's your. Okay, you're sharing your screen. I was trying to look at it.
Can you see it? Is that right?
I was like, yeah, okay. That's right. That's all the stuff. And so, like on the blue day, it tells you like there should be a script somewhere, and it tells you. So let's just say the first day. The first day we do wild orange and peppermint. Wait, did we do that? I'm pretty sure. And so you put that. You do. Like there's a video that you do for that. That's basically your introduction video. And then you just say, okay, you're going to see some posts throughout the day that are, that'll give you ideas on how to use it, different recipes, ideas. And then you post that later through the day. Yeah. And then the end, it says, you will also see a giveaway post or a drawing post, however you like to say it. And make sure to put your experiences with these oils on that post to be entered into the giveaway.
Which post specifically?
See right here? See these are the instructions, right?
Okay, got it.
Very, very easy. Yeah. Like it really does explain. Like we did this so that our team could just take this and run with it.
Fantastic. Duplication.
So post 3, like these are pre-post. If it says pre-post, so if we start Sunday night, if we start Sunday night, these are all the week before.
Okay. Oh.
The pre-posts are the education. Who are we? What is doTERRA? Why is doTERRA different? What is an oil? Aromatic use, topical use. And what we did was a giveaway for like whatever I had free, like whatever I had on hand, but we used On Guard 5 ml, and that was their participation giveaway. Okay. That changed everything. Before you never knew if people read it. Yeah. This last one, we had like 180 comments on everything. It was so many comments, and people were actually learning. So that was really good.
180 on one picture if you only have 5 people there?
Not one picture. I just need that day. Well, usually we didn't have 5 people. Like one time we had 120 people. Wow. That's like if 10 people on our team invited 10 people, something like that. But for the last one, I think it was about 30 people total. Yeah. and it was the most engagement of all the different times. And it's not 180 on one post, but throughout it, like that day, it was like so many comments that we were having to go back to and answer.
Okay, perfect. So it's all listed there, the rundown. Yeah. And so you're doing all the pre-posts. It looks like 8, 9, 10, 15. How many prep? Oh no, it's saying prep the post. So can you tell me which ones are the intro ones, or they're listed as that? Is it?
Okay, so
you understand?
Put it this way: everything that is everything that is before Wild Orange and Peppermint, like the first post, day one. Everything before that is everything before that. So like 7 days worth of stuff. So you just do a little each day.
Okay.
You can schedule those. You should be able to schedule those. And those ones are, I can't remember. Some groups now you're allowed to schedule. Some are not. It just depends on Facebook chooses that.
Okay.
You can also choose. We did it in units. And so are you familiar with that?
Never heard of units. First time.
Okay, that's new on Facebook, but they allow you to do to categorize different things. So basically, pre-post, when you're doing the post, it'll say, do you want it in a unit? And you say add unit, pre-post, and so every time you're adding all the pre-posts. So when I reference in a video, be sure to go back and look at all the pre-posts, all the posts that were prior to today. That way you can be entered into the giveaway for the participation. And then they can click at the very top. It says pre-post. And then day one, it'll say Peppermint and Wild Orange. So if they're looking for the post, before people would hunt the whole page. And now for the giveaway post, they could say, drawing posts. They can click drawing posts, go to the Peppermint one like really quickly instead of searching and asking on the page, I can't find the giveaway post.
Okay, perfect. Sorry, real quick, I gotta go pee. Can you keep going from there? I know I'm dying. Sorry. And then Wild Orange. Can you get with the other two? Deep Blue, I think. And I'm guessing Violet.
Do you want to know the samples?
Yes.
Okay, so the picture in the folder does show this. Okay. And I send, basically, if you put this down, go to files in our, in our Rock Your Biz group, and you're going to see Spoil Yourself flyers, the different ones.
Okay.
And the 5, 6, I can't remember, samples, let's see, it is Peppermint and Wild Orange. It's 6 things. Balance and Lavender, and then you get the Deep Blue sample, the rub, and the toothpaste.
Okay. Balance and Lavender, Deep Blue, and toothpaste.
That's right. So you guys, I think, will do very well at this. I do a live every day for the giveaway, and I teach during the time. I give personal experiences. I can add you to our last one so you can at least watch and see how it's done. And I don't like to put people in, because what happens is if I do that, then someone will comment on it, and then all those people in there will be notified that there was, you know what I mean? Because one of the things that also helps is we do a video at the very beginning that says, turn on all your notifications into this group, and this is how you do it. And so then people know how to turn their notifications on.
Okay.
So everybody will get all the notifications with you. So just be the fly on the wall and look at everything. I think if you see it, the flow of it, you will really, it's not hard. And after you do one, it's like, it really is very easy. And once you have the template, and you have it already, but once you see how it goes, you'll be like, I could do this once a month. This is a once a month thing if you're willing to do the work, because it's meant for you, especially. It's really great when you're new, and like, especially new people, and they have all these people they're trying to connect with, and they're really excited about it, and they're like, hey, I've been using oils and I'm loving it. There's this online event. Would you like to come? I send you samples. So I don't even mention.
Go ahead.
I don't I don't promote that there are giveaways every day. I do a giveaway every day, but I don't promote that when I'm talking to people because I want people who are interested, not people who want free stuff.
There's a huge difference.
And there's a huge difference, but that's where vetting all the people come in. Have you talked to them? Have they ever used an oil before? Have you sampled them before? You've had all the contact with them and you know they're probably ready, but they haven't gotten to an event, or they just haven't committed yet. And so this is the perfect event for those people. This is not the perfect event for when you blast on your Facebook page, I'm looking for 5 people to SPOIL, and then one person comes you've never talked to before. That you have to have a rapport with that person
so then why
for them to trust you.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. Why did they just tell us to do that? Because I think our upline, I think Krista is running it, and she said post this on your business page, which was, we're doing a SPOIL event, I need 5 people.
I mean,
you can. I'm not saying don't do that. You can absolutely do it because you also get the people you've talked to. You know what I mean? But you're still, no matter who, it doesn't mean you have to do it with everybody that comments. Mm-hmm. What I'm saying is you're going to be very choosy with who you allow in.
Got it.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because I don't know about your page. Like, there are people on my page who are, I just know from their posts that they just go out wherever they can get free stuff. And I'm not going to waste my time on that person. So that's just what I mean, to be wary of those people, and mostly warn your people.
Okay.
And then that's the one thing, making sure you have the right people in the event. 2, this is probably the most important thing, is making sure if your team is doing it with you, that they know they have a responsibility. They have to be in with the people that they've invited. They have to remind their people to be in there. They have to comment on every post and respond to their people.
Okay.
Because they need to build that relationship with them. If they don't do that, it is just like water coming right over this person. This person may or may not be even reading it. Okay. And people get busy. So that person has to be engaged.
Okay.
That was our first problem with when we had all those 120 people in there. We were the only ones doing it. And so everybody else just brought their people in and didn't help.
Yes.
They have to help. Trying to think if there's anything else. When it comes to this, we try to do it at every 2 months.
Okay.
Like every 2 months, because by then I have been talking to people on Facebook, messaging them back and forth as friends. I've been basically being friends with people, and then it gives me the opportunity to say, you know what, we haven't been able to get together, and I know you mentioned you were interested in this. This is a great way for you to see what it looks like to live a life with doTERRA. Are you open to trying these samples out and learning along with us in this event? And then they 99.9% time say yes. And also, you don't give it to people who aren't on Facebook.
Okay, sure. Yeah, makes sense.
We have had people do that. Because you guys are not super on Facebook. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people are like that, where they just come every once in a while, but if they don't know how to use Facebook, they will not be in that group. And that is not the way to help them close.
Yeah. So
okay, that was all my experience on it.
Okay, appreciate that. I got a good notebook worth of paper filled out. So do you, when you send the samples to your people, okay, so say I invite 5 people, Nick invites 5 people. Do I send the samples to, okay, so let's say our leader's running it. Am I responsible for sending my 5 samples out? He's responsible for sending his 5 samples out to people? And do we send them, oh, I had another question. Oh, so you said for new people who are wanting to get started. So say like I have Mary Jo, and Mary Jo is really excited, just enrolled, wants to share with her people. She lives in Nunavut. Do I send her 5 samples, or she's responsible for getting her own samples somewhere in Nunavut?
Okay. If they're enrolled, they are not a part of this event.
No, sorry, but if maybe I misunderstood you. I thought you were saying this is for people who are excited to get started and tell all of their people about it. Did I misunderstand?
I don't know. Let me clarify. Okay, so Erin joined, and Erin has her oils, and Erin has friends that she wants to share with. So then Erin is responsible to get her Spoil Yourself kit, so she has her samples ready, and then she gives her 5 friends samples for the event and a little sheet that is in our file section that explains how the event works. And so she just mails it to them and says, hey, we're starting on this day. Thank you for saying you want to join with us. I'm really excited to teach you about these oils. So that is what it's for. So if Erin is new and has peppermint and lavender, but not everything else, but wants to be a part of it to learn more, she's welcome to learn more, but she's not part of the event.
Okay.
In the sense of she won't be winning stuff. She needs to know that she's in there to learn how to do it for her friends.
Okay. So for sure, that makes sense. But my other question, and then hold on, I need to focus on you for a second. So say Erin just enrolled, really excited, doesn't have access to getting samples to her people. What do you do in that situation? So like, for example, just enrolled with the Family Essentials collection and has nothing but 5 ml bottles and little beadlets.
Okay, so this is your choice. You can totally use this how you want to use this. So if you want to use this as a launch event for her, to start helping her enroll people, you can send out her samples for her, but that's just a cost that you have to.
Yes.
Yeah, that's just a cost that you have to take.
Okay.
Or you can say, great, Erin, if this is something you want to do, this is what you need to do. You can empower her. Okay. There's basically she just needs those samples and those 4 oils, and then she can go to, I think it's Oil Life or oilsupplies.com. We have it in there.
Yeah.
And they sell a kit that is actually cheaper. It has all the stickers that you need for those oils. It has the drams, and it has little organza bags. And then she can set up her samples, put it in the bag with, I tell people to get a business card if they're going to be doing this. But however, make sure the person that you're sending it to knows that it is from you. So how they contact you, it needs to be in there.
Okay.
That in the files where it says your Spoil Yourself kit flyer, it has in there like day 1, day 2, day 3. This is what we're doing.
Yes.
And so I tell people, if you don't have a business card, turn it over. Write on the back your name, your phone number, your ID number, and then say, hey, thank you so much for joining us. Can't wait to learn about these oils more with you. Okay. That way they know who gave them the sample.
All right. The Spoil Yourself PDF they're talking about with the little, I think there's 3 sections, columns. It has the 5 days, and you said you squish them together. So do you have this?
No, there's another flyer. Yeah, and so basically you can do like a screenshot, a grab, and you can put it into Canva that change the date.
Okay.
On it, because we have to do that time. We just changed the date.
All right, perfect. Good to know. Day 1.
Do you feel overwhelmed?
No, I just want to make sure that I understand it because there's so many times. Oh, there is the check. Is that, you said there's a SPOIL kit? And is that the SPOIL Yourself checklist? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. No, the kit, it just happens to be, this must have been going on for a while because either Oil Life, I don't think it is Oil, I think it's oilsupplies.com, or I'll have to text you because it's in the group. I wrote it in there and I put a tag and told our people this kit is a wise way to buy it because it gives you like 22 or 24 kits basically for about $20.
Yeah.
And so if you were to buy it all separate online, it would be more than that. And so they just bought the kit. They were ready to do it for every time.
Yeah, I think that's awesome. So if you could text, or I can even look in your group too, if you forget. Right here.
Yeah, search all in that group. You can use that group.
Okay. I think.
So is that an old one?
I think both of them are old ones. So, because see, look.
Go up a little.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then if I go back, it is, unless I just haven't, like I could refresh my page, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
No, go back one. I thought I saw it up above. If not, I know we uploaded it because people were confused. I didn't want to delete this because some people might want to do it this way.
5 days.
We just found at 3 days people were done. Like they stopped coming to the event.
So you do it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday?
Yeah, so we start Sunday night, it's like an intro and tell them what we're going to be doing that morning.
Okay.
So they're ready. If I'll find it and I'll make sure you have it. But it's basically, we saved Deep Blue to the last day because everybody loved Deep Blue. And as soon as that person won that Deep Blue rub, like they were out. They checked out.
Bums.
And so we did, it was, what did we do? I'll have to be sure what we did. But I'm going to add you both to the group, though. The last Spoil Yourself we did, so you can see how we ran it.
Awesome.
I think that's going to really tie it all together. But it was, I'm pretty sure, peppermint and wild orange. And we did toothpaste. Then we did lavender and lavender at night. The next day we did toothpaste or something to wake up, and then balance to help ground you during the day. And then we did the Deep Blue.
Yeah.
I think that was all. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the 5th one was on the 3rd day.
Yeah.
It was Deep Blue. We waited to do Deep.
Okay.
Okay. All right. And I was trying to think, like, how did we enroll a bunch of people? Because you said that. How did you enroll so many people in such a short period of time? It wasn't only through Spoil Yourself. Spoil Yourself I use as a catch-all. Mm-hmm. So I do all the events, and we did a lot of events. And so I don't want to undercut that. And when you
say events, that is referring to?
A one-on-one or a class.
Okay. I just want to be clear because we're doing this for our peoples.
Yeah. And so what we did first, I was trying to think back, what did we do? And so we did a fall festival. Mm-hmm. And anytime I do a festival like that, it was not big, but it was in fall. And sometimes those people are not enrolled for like 6 months that I meet, but I keep working on them. Mm-hmm. And so we did the fall festival. It was like at Christmas time. It was like almost a half between Christmas and fall. And I got all the papers by doing a little giveaway, the drawing slips. And what I normally do is like one person mans the table and then I like pimp out all the vendors. Mm-hmm. Sounds really bad.
No, I agree.
I think, like that's where all my enrollments came from, was those vendors. And then they're open to hosting classes, right? So we host classes. And so as soon as we got people to host classes, sorry, it's shaky. It really became to where I couldn't even keep up with how many classes I needed to do. But it almost felt like every single day, either I had a one-on-one or 3 one-on-one. 2 or 3 classes a week, and then a bunch of one-on-ones. And so I would work a lot in the beginning of the month, mm-hmm. and then the end of the month was like closing everything. Mm-hmm. And so I smell essential oils. What did you do? It smells good. Oh, it's his cheer roller. We mix cheer, arbor vitae, and wild orange. It smells amazing.
I like that.
So getting those drawing slips, basically the contacts, and then asking would people host classes. Yeah. And so it was hosting classes from classes. Have you had success with that?
That's usually how I always recommend for our team. The best way to do it is because it's that ripple effect. You keep it going, right? You start with one and then it continues and continues.
That's right.
What do you offer, just a quick question, for your, you said those vendors at that show, festival, as a thank you for hosting?
So I did not ask them to host right then. I friended them. So it took a few months, but I do a diffuser for the hostess gift, but I buy them on Amazon. And so maybe max $12.99.
Okay.
Max. but I look for the cute ones, not the white, bulky, nasty looking ones.
Yeah.
Like it needs to be cute.
Yeah.
Because someone needs to want it at that class, right? And so I also do, if you book today, I pass around the keychain full of oils. And so I make everybody touch it in the class. And I'm like, you guys, everybody needs these. This is the perfect go-to. And then whoever books to host tonight, you get started tonight using your oils. And so while you're waiting for your oils to come over the next 3 to 4 days, you're already enjoying them. So that has helped a lot. I've had 3 people just cancel after, which I know there's a sense of obligation. So I'm not going to stop asking them to reschedule. They will reschedule because I don't pressure, but I don't give up. So
exactly.
So I have had that happen, but it's worth it because most of the time the people do host.
Absolutely, it's worth the.
And so that's what's worth best.
Worth the loss if they end up not doing it. It's worth getting the 7 who did want to do it, etc.
That's
so event.
Right. It's well worth it.
So getting to gold. You guys said events. So classes, one-on-ones, follow up, the fall festival. Anything else you think that we can encourage our team with?
So we did the one in the fall and we did one in the spring.
Okay.
2 different events. The one in the spring was really large, and we actually had 4 people helping us. No, 3. We had me and Neil and 1 more person helped at that event. It was like we had stacks and stacks of contacts.
Fantastic.
And so we actually split the contacts. So we wrote on the back of, like, if we talked to them specifically, we would write, we talked to them, and it was like if we made a connection, we felt like those people needed to stay with that person.
Yep.
But the rest of them, we just split up.
Okay.
And then
what, in order to get your class slips, your giveaway, what did you give away at that time, you said?
For the keychain.
For the vendor event?
No, for the vendor, yeah.
I'm sorry. Oh, okay. So did they host? No, we didn't. Did we book any classes?
No, I was asking for
which thing?
For your drawing slips, not drawing, for your slips on the fall festival and the spring one. You said you got lots of contact info on those slips. What were you offering as the trade, the giveaway for that? Just for ideas.
To get the contact.
Yes.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, so we did 2 things. One was guess how many bottles are in this jar, and you text your name, your full name, and the number that you guessed to our phone number. So we got their name and their phone number. And then they were entered into a giveaway for like a wild orange. Awesome. And so it was nothing, but people loved it. It was fun. And so they did that. So we got name and numbers that way.
Yeah.
And then we had another thing. It was a basket. I have watched so many times people give away these massive baskets worth like $150 to try to get people to come. Yeah. And I know enough of those people who won those baskets that never bought another thing or even called the person back. So this is what I do. I get a book, a big book, right? The Essential Life book, because it looks huge. And then I put in there chocolates or something that won't melt, or in like a mug, and then I put in little 5 milliliters. I taped them to the book and like the different things, so it looked like there's a bunch. So I did lemon, lavender, peppermint, and a little bottle of peace, and that's all. Okay. It was like $30.
Awesome.
It was like $30. Yeah, I'm not. First of all, I just am cheap. I'm just gonna claim it. I just don't like to give stuff away when I don't know I'm going to get a return.
Right.
Oh, this is huge. This is huge because I really forgot about this, and this is probably a big part of it. We did teacher appreciation.
Okay.
That was very, very large. We spent a large amount of money, a couple $100, $350, about maybe a little bit more. We did 2 schools. And one school was a complete bust because they would not let us walk to the teachers and hand the things out, and they wouldn't even really put the drawing slip out. So like we got 3 drawing slips out of that whole school.
Wow.
So here's my tip about schools. If you're going to do a teacher appreciation or anything like that, they
What's
have to
location
guarantee you a time to talk.
Guarantee time to talk. Okay, I'll write that down. But so, for example, because we have a few moms on our team who either are homeschooling or don't have kids or their kids are grown up. So, were your boys in those schools, number one? And if they weren't, how did you? Okay, fantastic. So that was my question.
No, people said, how did you find out about it? So you just see people posting, right? And so I just went to the school and I walked in and I said, hey, we want to support your school for teacher appreciation. I did not tell them I was a homeschooling mom. I didn't tell them anything about me.
I love it.
And then, and I just went in and I said, but this is what I need from you. This is a big commitment and I really want to spoil them. But one, they need to know how to use it safely. And so I want to be sure to have, even if it's 15 minutes at your regular meeting, if you could just squeeze me in for 15 minutes, that's all I will take. But I want to ensure that they know what they're doing. And you know what I would love to do is to give away a diffuser to one of the teachers so that they can start using it in their classroom. And they were like, yeah, like they were so on board.
First he said, what's it going to cost me?
Oh yeah, he said, how much is it going to cost me?
Of course.
I said, I'll do it for you. I know. I said, how about I do it for you for free? And he was like, woohoo, heck yeah.
I love it.
So it was funny. And so that school was awesome. We now have like probably 10 or 15 people in that school enrolled, and they're constantly talking to each other. So it's really been really great. Yeah. But he guaranteed that I would have a time to talk to them. So I did two things about getting people to host there. I knew someone, one of the ladies, and she was going to host for me. So I said, when I say that, so talk to someone, say, hey, you know what? If you say that you'll host, I'm going to give you this right now, talk to someone. And when I said, when I say, if anybody's open to hosting a class to have a more intimate environment so you can really learn about how to use the power of these oils in your class to enhance your classroom and your own personal health, I want you to be like, I want to. Like, I want you to shout it out.
Yeah.
So that worked because I think 4 more people hosted because of that.
Oh, fantastic. Okay. I'm just writing all this down. And how did you figure out?
And everything.
How did you figure out for the giveaway or the diffuser? Who to choose? Did you just do hand drawings, handouts?
So basically, in the little teacher's appreciations kit, we did like a calming roller and a happy teacher, calm teacher roller, little 5 mLs. We did the deep blue sample and like a breathe or on guard drop or something. It wasn't a lot. A couple pieces of chocolate. We did Hershey Kisses in there, and then our card, and then we did the drawing slip inside of it. And so I was able to hand it out to every teacher. So I actually opened it and said, look, you need to put this drawing slip in if you want to get entered in to get a diffuser.
Okay. Opened it up. Oh, like to show them what's in each individual envelope or whatever.
I just kind of open it and say, see this drawing slip? See this drawing slip? You need to fill this out and put it at the desk.
Well,
hopefully, some people are very uncomfortable talking.
Sorry, what are you opening? So you're up there 15 minutes, you're talking, This is why you need On Guard in your class.
Oh, no. Okay, so that's right. So first, when I opened it, I walked around the little bag of goodies. So their gift to the teachers' rooms, like a week before.
Okay.
So they had a couple days to get the giveaway, the drawing slip, into the basket.
And sorry, where is the basket?
So I brought a box up.
Yeah.
It was, most of the schools will have a little kiosk where when you walk in, you have to sign in. Yeah. We had it right on top of that desk.
And did you have it labeled?
And it was just like an old doTERRA box.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I just said teacher appreciation.
Okay.
And I had a picture of a diffuser.
Right.
And then it had a stand-up sign, like a sign with the picture of the diffuser. You put your drawing slip here, and they put it in. And then we met in the cafeteria the following week for their meeting.
Hold on.
And he let us stand up and talk. And so
You're amazing. Too much info at one time. I can't keep up. Go in 1 week before the drawing,
Sorry.
and you're giving them. No, I love it. Fantastic. You're giving them the little,
Like the 2 roller bottles.
the rollers, the chocolate, the samples, and the drawing slip right then, 1 week before. Okay.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
give that, and then there's a box with a picture or diffuser giveaway with picture. Okay, keep going.
Okay, then when we meet them, we just stood up and we kind of just thanked them so much for all the hard work that they do. You know, just praise them. And then they still don't know I'm a homeschooler. Just kidding. What?
I said for not your kids.
That's right. For all the community, all the work they do in the community.
Yes.
And then Neil introduced me because it's important to have someone introduce you in everything, right? So he introduced me and he kind of gave a testimony. And then I said about how oils had affected our life just very quickly and what our passion was to really see it in the community and how it is like statistics, just like really quickly because you don't have much time. And I told them what they had in their bag and I explained those. And then I just said, no, I don't have time to share with you every single thing on how this works and how the oils are going to affect your life. So what I really would love for you to do, and I think it would benefit you, is if someone here hosts the class. So those of you who are open to hosting your own class where you learn a little bit more in depth how essential oils work and how they can change your classrooms and your life. And I have the wild orange. I said, if you're open to hosting and you sign up in our calendar today, then you will walk away with wild orange today. And that's when like the one girl said, yeah, I'll do it. And I gave it to her right there. And then people came up and stood in line to sign up to host a class.
Okay. You said when you're being introduced, giving your testimony, and you're walking through what they have in their bags. Did you give them 2 bags?
No, I just like basically said, we gave you this at Teacher Appreciation.
Okay.
We want to ensure that you know how to use it, know what you got. Because many of them, I think many people still don't know what essential oils are. And so I just kind of very briefly did what is an essential oil? Why is doTERRA different?
Yeah.
How do you use them? Very quickly.
Yeah, EOS in 10 minutes. Got it. And then just finished again, I'm assuming sandwich. So thank you again for coming. And we want to get everyone signed up for hosting. So please come on up and grab your wild oranges, basically.
That's right. And so then I did the giveaway for the diffuser. And I can't, did we do it that day?
No, we left it up there for a few more days.
Yeah,
so to make sure everyone.
Okay, so we didn't even do the giveaway that day because some people were absent.
Okay.
And so they wanted to make sure everybody had a chance to put their drawing slip in.
Okay.
And so then we did the drawing at home. And listen, it's not random who we give the thing away to. We are going to vet that too.
Yeah.
Who we think is going to have potential. And so we actually gave it to the kiosk lady, like the secretary, because she would have the diffuser there, like going all day.
Yes.
So
absolutely. Love that.
that was our idea.
That's a great idea. And so, okay. Summarizing events, vendor shows, teacher appreciation, anything else you can think to pop up that we can encourage?
I think those are the 3 things. And, I guess, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Okay.
I don't know if you already talked about it, but having that consistent class each week that even people already enrolled come to for continuing education. They can bring people and they know that class is there every week. Very important over this past 6 days.
Yeah, okay, so we did 2 more things that I can think about. We had one class that we did every single Friday, and for the most part, it was just people who would come who already had accounts, and so they were being fed every Friday. And
at your place?
It ended up being at our church, but it has to be like our church now said that we can't do it there, so we're gonna do it at our house. But when we get back, we'll continue that. And we'll continue to have at least one class that we do that, and then we're gonna offer a business class directly after that. So we just do the business opportunity right after it. And that is just like the same thing over and over. Then we do continuing ed. We did team gatherings. So we did 1, 2, 2. Okay, so no, we did about 2. We did 2 team gatherings where we set up tables and had education going and like just talked.
Like product
and
experience?
Invited every bit of our team.
Like product experience? Sort of a thing?
Kind of product experience, and like we did the TerraZyme booths where they put the TerraZyme in the pudding pack and like, you know what I mean, and showed them that, and
like
we did some giveaways,
etc. Vocal supports like digestive, immune.
Yes, that's right. So we did.
In large part, it's just really a time to get together and hang out. So we had people brought food that they made with essential oils. We just talked about everything that was going on with doTERRA. We talked a lot about healing hands and the culture of doTERRA. Then we kind of play games like dope bingo, and we have people smell the oils and try to get them on teams and get them to meet each other to build a community. And then we do door prizes throughout it, you know, just small stuff that like everybody feel like they won something and had a good time. So it's really just
it's
kind
just
of a
community.
Community building event.
All right, perfect.
And so we did that one, and then we did a make and take.
Okay.
I hate make and take. I'm just going to shout that out there too.
Why do you not love them?
Because they take a lot of effort. But they do. But it was very fun. I just did feedback. People wanted to know how to make deodorant.
Yeah.
Basically, how to make a roller bottle. We did a focus roller. We did bath bombs, things that were going to take a little bit longer. Yeah. Perfume blends, and it was just fun. And we also did where if someone bought our team roller, we created a team roller. We named it Harmony. And if you bought that, then we match it, and then all the proceeds go to Healing Hands.
I love that.
So that was a huge hit. But it just created a love for the company and love for their own team.
Okay.
I really feel like. And then they were able to bring a guest, and those guests, and we had probably about 4 enrollments per one. And so that is always the goal, is to help a friend. And so then we had the other thing that we did, and I don't know, we do LRP Love. And so we are doing weekly drawings about that. And recently we're going to switch it up and just do one giveaway on the 15th, like a grand prize giveaway, which we need to post about because we're not great about organizing it yet. But we did like a backpack and that you can put the oils in, and the people went crazy over that. Just the opportunity. So everybody was getting in their 100 PV orders before the 15th.
Okay, so backpack like from DT, the black one, or what do you mean?
It was the black backpack that was a zipper pouch at the bottom. They sold it in the back office for like $55.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was that one.
Did you include oils or just the backpack? Okay.
No oils. And I really, sometimes we do oils, but a lot of times it was expensive. I was like, Neil, no. And he's like, yes.
And it was smart, obviously.
It worked.
Yeah.
Everyone was excited. Everyone was excited. And we have very high retention for loyalty reward orders. And I try to do little things that are not oils. So I don't give them oils. I give them things that they put oils in, or, you know, things that they need oils for. And the one thing we did for our team of builders, our actual people who proclaim that they want to do the business, Was rose our first one?
Yeah.
We used points, and we got rose oil, the bottle, the touch.
Yep.
And then we announced that anybody who helped, how many friends do they have to do?
I think you got one entry for each enrollment.
Okay, so you got one entry for every enrollment you did for the giveaway of that. People scrambled. That was the first time we ever did a giveaway for enrolling someone, and we had 55 enrollments on our team that month. Some of them were ours, but it was a lot.
Wow.
That's
And
amazing,
then
guys.
yes,
That's amazing.
it is. And then that was 3 months ago.
That was April.
It was in April. And then March, April, May, we did Helichrysum. We gave Helichrysum away 1 month, and that was a good month too. Now this last 2 months ago, we gave away, basically we bought Melissa oil with points, and we shared it with 4 people.
Okay.
And we said, you're going to get 1 mil if you're entered into the giveaway if you help someone. And so that month, I think 5 people helped somebody. Now this month, we didn't do a giveaway. And this month, more people, I think that it helped people break out of the shell because more people enrolled this month than ever before.
I love that.
And so that's really what we've been building, and we've been saying it out loud. Our dream, our dream is to share with as many people as possible. So saying it out loud, shouting it out to people like, hey, it's just paying it forward.
Yeah.
Help, love on people. That's just love. Like when you have something that works so good, we don't keep it to ourselves, and it's not about pressure. It's just about loving them. And we have like, I don't know, like 15 people who say they want to do the business. 1, 2 that are actually really enrolling. And everybody else is okay. They're like every here and there they are, or I'm still kind of babying them. And so I did have a meeting with Joanna Seiko, and she said, because I asked her about building builders, because she doesn't enroll a lot, but she has big builders. And she said that she basically treats them like her best friend, like her baby. And every single day she contacts them and like follows up, say, hey, have you done this today? Have you worked on this? Or sends them motivation or a video or an image or whatever. But she is in contact with them every single day for like 3 months. So that is hard for me, but I think that's really what I'm going to try to aim for.
Yes.
Because if they really want it, she said 2 things. One, if they really want it, they're going to be very responsive to you. Then stop pouring into people who do not show up. And we've done that. We've been doing that because people who say they want it, and so we want to help them, but then they never call back, or they never, they don't come to calls or team calls or meetings or even events or anything. There's always an excuse, which legit, people get busy and have hard lives. But legit also, if you want this, you're going to make it happen.
Yeah, for sure. I agree. I had one last question, and then I'll stop the recording. Or you guys can think about it a bit if you want. I know that you've mentioned, because we hear this quite often from those on our team who are wanting to build too, is that they feel that they don't have anyone that they can say, I have a good, strong leader, or I have a good builder on my team, or so-and-so wants to do this with me. They feel like it might be just them. So coming from that experience, going from in 1 year, you guys were elite premier last year at convention, to walking as gold this year in convention, what would the both of you say is maybe 1 or 2 things that helped you stay focused even though you felt you did not have any strong leaders or builders at that time?
I've actually been thinking about this a lot. I would love to hear what he's going to say too. But for me, welcome to our world. It's your business, nobody else's. And so you're going to be building it no matter what. And so don't be afraid to build it by yourself. Just embrace that. And the main thing is when you build it from the ground up, it is a really good feeling. You don't have to have a leader who's showing you everything, because number one, for doing it one way, and you've got to own it and do it your own way. What's your take on that?
I think the biggest, I think there's two big things at play. One is we landed on the beach and we burned the boats. So there was no turning back. There's no plan B. So when days were hard, that's just one day, and kind of pick each other and keep going. So there's not a second option.
Yeah.
We don't give ourselves that. There's no plan B, right? And the other thing is just the personal development, I think, is big.
Huge.
Yeah. Just the encouragement that comes from hearing people who study successful people talk about the difficulties that every single one has encountered on their journey, and knowing that those are what build character and endurance, and so that when those happen, we can kind of actually, that's money in the bank, building us to where we need to be. Now, I say that now, but it doesn't always feel that way in the moment. But it kind of keeping up with the personal development helps me keep a realistic perspective that when things are hard, it's hard in the moment, and give too much power to that one moment when it's could be completely different tomorrow.
Oh, I love that. You know what I do things, and one, I just read this, and it said, when you get a flat tire, like giving up is like when you get a flat tire and then you read, instead of getting it fixed and keep going, you just give up, right?
Yeah.
But if you can keep the tires, you just got to fill that one up and keep going, and that is reality. That book, The Belief Blueprint, reading those things, plugging into Rose, they're on the best team. I can't even express that. I don't even know what another team is like, and I don't even care. Team, because in the very beginning, and I would go to the sizzle, and I would hear people say like what they were going through, and like they're struggling with relationships, felt like they were always taking 2 steps back to get 1 step forward, and then all of a sudden there was a breakthrough. And that is, I felt every bit of that, but I didn't know what it was when I heard them say it. And now I know, like, I don't want to be that person digging in the mine, getting to the and they're right here, and I stop digging right there. I don't want to be that person. So that vision pushes me to keep going.
That's good.
Even on the like keep pushing, because that is what success is. Like, not stopping. That's all that success is not stopping. It's creating action.
Yes.
And so many times people give up because it's hard, and life is hard. So you can do it hard for yourself or hard for someone else. Like, there are only 2 choices.
I love that.
And so I'm doing it hard for myself.
I love that. And
those books.
Okay, so tell me again, that was
because we recently went through that where
sorry, you were breaking up. You went through what?
Oh no, tell me real quick.
No, I was just asking those books, Belief Blueprint, and what was the other?
Which books? There's so many, but the Belief Blueprint, I'm reading that one a little bit, and the Energy Bus. There's so many. Take the Stairs was huge, and How to Win Friends and Influence People.
Yes.
Eye-opening.
Yeah, and I think, like, just recapping,
and
then I want you to share what you were just saying. But recapping what Neil said as far as personal development, and then even what you were just saying as you were going through about how, I used to listen to this. I used to attend in the beginning. I was attending the sizzle, or I was listening to this, or I read that, and just the importance, like both of you said it without realizing, he said it on purpose, about the personal development, because something we quite often hear, you probably do as well, is that people say, oh, I don't have time for personal development, like I'm too busy living my life, building the business, taking care of I don't have time for personal development. And those are the moments you're like, honey, you don't have time not to. Like, you're not going to get through where you are. Like you just said, fixing that flat tire or digging that diamond, you're never going to reach that diamond because you were too busy back there being busy, instead of training to find that diamond and to dig that out. So that was fantastic advice. Thank you. And what were you saying just really quickly about, you said recently you just walked through this and experienced it.
Oh, okay. So our internet is chopping. So if it does, I'm sorry. When we won the incentive trip, we felt like we beat it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, my whole brain and my process went through like all these dualisms of, one, I'm not good enough. How in the world did I do this?
Yeah.
And I now have to go to a place where all these bugs are and like talk to them, and I don't have the belief yet for that. Like, I don't believe that I'm good, but or worthy. And so I went through all of that and had a whole bunch of tears of like self-actualization. And hearing the experiences of people in the past helped me to get through that, because it was shortly after that it was just so much going on. Like, friends that were just not friends anymore, and it's not that it's not really that I'm a different person or that they're a different person. It's just that we're on a different path.
Yeah.
And I spend a lot of my time doing doTERRA, and some of you had said, well, we don't want doing that to take away from our friendship. And I'm like, I don't think you understand how important this is to me.
Yeah.
Or you wouldn't be saying that. Like, that this is extremely important. No, it's just that we are in a constant state of growth, and not everyone is comfortable with that.
Yes.
Not everyone is comfortable saying no to events and things at home in order to sacrifice and for a dream. And it's sometimes if you are okay with us dreaming, and that is a lot of personal growth. Coming to that and going through that and saying, you know what, it doesn't matter what those people think. It does, but ultimately my life has to be my life, and as long as I'm serving the Lord, I'm not doing something wrong.
Yeah.
And so that personal growth, those books, things like that, you are not going to do well in this business if you don't do it.
Yes.
Because you will always be your greatest enemy. You're always going to talk yourself out of it, get busy, just constantly have an excuse, or you can constantly say no to the excuses. So it's mindset.
Yeah. And so much of our thoughts, like 80% of our thoughts left unchecked are negative.
Yes.
And so to combat that, we have to be constantly positivity and encouragement, and the reality that things are difficult, but they're possible. And without that, we're just left with the negativity that eventually everyone would succumb to if that was all they allowed themselves to live within.
Absolutely.
Ask you guys a question.
Yeah.
Have you